exercises. Tick the correct
Ma'am, ma'am,
Ma'am, your voice is echoing.
ma'am, photo is not clear.
archaeology is the study of all
Ma'am,
of the
photo
above.
is not clear.
2D. You switch off your mic, everything will be clear. Otherwise, please. Number 3. Who brought the teachings of the Holy Quran to India? Answer is 3A. Merchants and traders. Number 4. Manuscripts are kept in 4B. Archives. Now coming to the second exercise, match the following columns. Number 1, scribe. You will match it with C, copied manuscript. Number 2, Babar. Match it with D, Mughal. Number 3, Muhammad Ghori. Match it with B, Muslim invader. Number 4, Minhaj Shiraz. Match it with chronicler. So the answer is 4A, 3B, 1C, and 2D. Now, fill in the blanks. The third exercise. The period from dash to dash century AD witnessed considerable changes in Indian history. Answer is 8th to 18th century. 8th to 18th century. Number 2. In Sanskrit literature, India is called Bharat. Number 3, dash were patronized by the rulers. Right here, Brahmins. Brahmins. Brahmins were patronized by the rulers. Number 4, Delhi Sultanate was founded by the Turks. Coming to the fourth exercise, answer the following questions in short. Which countries comprise the Indian subcontinent? Open to page 6. Answer. The Indian subcontinent comprises of instead of six, right, there's seven, comprises of 7 countries. India, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Myanmar. I repeat, the Indian subcontinent comprises of 7 countries: India, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Myanmar. This is your 4-1. Coming to 4-2, please switch off your mic. Mention the time span of the medieval period in India. Page 5. The medieval period in India, the medieval period is the period that falls between the ancient and the modern periods. In India, the medieval period is considered to be the time period from the 8th century to the 18th century AD. It is generally divided into 2 periods: the early medieval period, that is between 8th to 12th century AD, and the later medieval period between 13th to 18th century AD. This is your 4-2. Coming to 4-3, name any 2 foreign travelers who visited India during the medieval period. Page 8. Just a second, children. Just a second, sorry. Children, yeah. Al-Biruni's account of India during Sultan Muhammad Ghazni's conquest in his Kitabul Hind is considered to be the finest foreign account of medieval India. Marco Polo passed through some parts of southern India on his way from China to Persia at the year 1292 AD and has left a very interesting narration of social manners and customs of South India. Here, Al-Baruni, you will mark with black pen, you'll write with black pen, and Marco Polo. Al-Biruni's work, Kitabul Hind, you will mark with black pen. So there are three things: Al-Biruni, Kitabul Hind, and Marco Polo. You will do with black pen. Okay, this is your 4-3. Now coming to 5-1. In what ways has the meaning of the term Hindustan changed over time? Pages, page 6 and 7. Let us open page 6 and 7 and see. Okay, from here, India has been referred to by various names during different periods of history, from Aryavarta to Bharatvarsham to Hindustan. But the term Hindustan did not carry the same meaning during the medieval period. The rulers in the Sultanate and Mughal periods called their Indian dominion centered around Delhi as Hindustan. In the early 16th century, Babur used the term Hindustan to describe the geography, the fauna, and the culture of the inhabitants of the subcontinent. In the 19th century, Hindustan, as used in English, referred to the northern region of India between the Indus and Brahmaputra and between the Himalayas and the Vindhyas in particular. From here to here, then move on to the next. In Sanskrit literature, the country is often called Bharat. That's it. 5-1. Did you get it? On page 6 and a little on 7. Coming on to 5-2. Bring out the changes noticeable in religion during the medieval period. Page 10. In this period, now here this, instead of this you write medieval period. In medieval period, major developments in religious traditions and important changes took place in Hinduism. Building temples became an important activity among the Hindu rulers. The rulers also patronized learned Brahmins and granted them tax-free land. Thus, many Brahmins became wealthy and powerful. They used their power to make the caste rules and religious norms very rigid. As a challenge to this, Brahmana king grouping, a major development took place in the form of the emergence of the idea of bhakti. The bhakti movement attracted people from all sections of society. Next paragraph. The merchants and migrants first brought the teachings of the Holy Quran to India, but with the rule of the Delhi Sultans, Islam became popular in India. Another tradition that came from West Asia was the Sufi tradition. The Bhakti and the Sufi saints preached the equality of all mankind. This is your 5-2. Last, discuss the sources of the medieval period. Page 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, this is a long answer which I have tried to summarize. So, please be very extra alert in marking this last answer. Discuss the sources of the medieval period. Let's open to page number 7, where the heading of sources is written. There you come. Come to literary sources. Literary sources is one of the distinct features of the medieval period, which increased noticeably during this period. The early writing was done mostly on palm leaves and birch bark. From the 13th century onwards, paper began to be used for writing, and as such, a number of books appeared. Till here, then move on to page 8. The literary sources include the following: autobiographies or memoirs. You will write just the name, just the heading. Okay? Then biography and chronicles. You will just write these two names. That's it. The two headings. Next, illustrated works. Number 3, just the name. Okay? Then come on to important foreign travelers. Okay? And you will write, travelers from abroad give us interesting information regarding the political, social, and economic conditions in medieval India. Only till here for 5.3. Next, come to archaeological sources. Archaeology is a specialized science dealing with the material remains of post-civilizations. Sources of archaeology include the remains of buildings, pottery, weapons, ornaments, and other antiquities, which are of immense value in the reconstruction of the socio-cultural and political history of medieval India. Only till here, 5.3. Then come on to the next heading, epigraphic sources. In epigraphic sources, you write the heading, then you write from here. The Bengal Sultanate, especially from the 14th to 16th century, has been understood solely on the basis of epigraphic sources. Next, contacts with foreigners. After you write this heading, you write during 700 and 1750 AD, a number of people such as the Arabs, the Turks, the Mongols, the Chinese, and the Europeans came to the subcontinent, being attracted by its wealth. Did you get it? Then last, religious traditions. You write the heading and you write, religion played a predominant role in the medieval Indian society. Only till here. Okay? Did you get the answers properly done? Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Very,
ma'am.
very good. So with that, you will be doing these answers, and I hope everything is clear to each one of you.
Ma'am, can you please
Yes,
repeat
ma'am.
the fourth?
Child, you can
Ma'am,
go through the video. Go through the video again, and you will get it. Whatever you have missed, you can go through the video again and get it. Okay?
okay.
Anything else?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now listen to the standby instructions.